What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast, a video game show. I am one of your hosts, Jared Wilson, joined to my right by Rachel Mogan.
Do you think I can stand to make eyebrows the entire
They're gonna
intro?
Be sore.
They're getting sore already. I don't
week,
think I can keep. And plus,
for
the
audio listeners, she's just like
coordination.
raising and lowering her eyebrows really quickly in succession.
It's challenging, though.
And I'm hoping by like next week, I want you to keep this up. I want bulked out brows.
Okay. I'm just gonna come in with like shoddily cut out felt strips
Just make it look like
that
just
I've
got, like,
spirit
huge
gummed
punched.
to my face.
What is it? It's like the who is it that has the really like defined brows in like Star Trek? Is it? I guess the Klingons do too, but I guess the
Yeah.
Ferengi are those the guys who like have the like Super Saiyan nose. Super Saiyan's a Star Trek guy, but they're the ones like the really big ears. They have this like huge protruding jutted but rounded forehead with like big wrinkles and stuff. So that's you know.
Well, for people that are even more lame than people that know that Star Trek reference, which includes me, by the way, there was a what was it called? Fooly Cooly, an anime that was popular when I was in middle school, which tells you like about it was like the Toonami era, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
So Fooly Cooly had this one side character guy. I can't remember what his job was. Like if he was a PI or a journalist or something, he was just kind of always lurking around in the background with like his assistant. But one of the running jokes of because it's an anime, one of the running jokes of the show was he had these really big, like hilariously ginormous eyebrows, and every now and then they would just kind of like one of them would like come loose and fall off. So I'm gonna go back to my board and I'm gonna look at that guy's eyebrows and I'm gonna put
just
those
like
on my face.
Manifest it. There we go. There we go.
Or maybe I'll just will them to grow. With the power of magical thinking
And friendship.
I can get the
You can
eyebrows
make
I
those
want.
eyebrows happen. Well, we're going to also manifest for you, alongside the eyebrows, some wonderful video game discussion for you today because, well, it's going to be kind of a bit of a special day here because we really don't have a topic. I know. Shocking, I know that we're not prepared.
We're throwing it back. This is a good old-fashioned shoot the shit
We're just going to
episode.
talk about random stuff, video game related, whatever we want to talk about because, honestly, we're kind of in like... We hit our big reviews. We got Dragon Age done. You did your first impressions of Monster Hunter
Wilds.
last
You
week.
did Civ 7.
Civ 7. So we've had like a lot of like heavy play and like, well, I mean, Dragon Age took like 72 hours plus for us to get through. So
It only took you 72 hours. It took me
you
more.
took a lot more than that. So that's why I meant 72 hours plus rolling us in there. But yeah, so now we're just kind of like, we're in the process of playing the new things, getting into the deeper things. I'm assuming you're still very deep into Monster Hunter.
And I will have a little bit of commentary on that, but obviously I want to save most of it for what the eventual final review episode is. But yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about
So
Mancer
we're going to catch up on just like what else we're playing outside of that because, new stuff is in the works. Like I said, we're playing some new stuff along the side. And then also just, wherever the conversation takes us. But another reason why today is going to be a fun episode. I mean, I don't expect us to get like crazy. Who knows? Maybe we will. But it's also St. Patrick's Day as we're here recording this. So Mogan and I have our celebratory Guinnesses.
Notice that Jared's is a mite larger than mine.
I'm just ready, fitting cup for a fitting lad. And so we've got our. I guess we should cheers and take our first sips.
Cheers.
We haven't even done our first sips yet.
To St. Patrick,
To
who is
St.
long
Patrick.
dead.
Woo! Thanks for getting those snakes out of Ireland. I think that's what he did.
And in Texas, there's only really one day of the year that we can justify drinking Guinness.
Yeah, because
So this is
already
exciting for us.
this is March 17th. For some reason, I don't know what's going on with me, but for some reason, I have thought that St. Patty's Day is March 14th this year. I know that's Pi Day. I have no idea why, but for some reason, every time I've wanted to talk about it this year, I almost say March 14th, and I almost just did it there. But it's today, March 17th.
I don't know
St.
why
Patrick's Day,
I was
2025.
under this impression, but I kind of thought that St. Patrick's Day was one of those holidays that moves around and is always on a Sunday.
Oh, no. It's always...
I don't know why
Which
I
would
thought
be
that.
like the absolute travesty of Texas trying to celebrate it if it was always on a Sunday
Because we can't sell alcohol here on Sundays.
until like noon. And then, then everybody would be ready. But, if you can't start the day of St. Patrick's Day already with a heavy buzz, then why even wake up?
I don't know.
This
is actually the fourth. So I don't really drink a lot these days or
Neither do I.
frequently, but on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and today, each of those days has involved at least one beer. And I'm like, ow, my tummy.
Well, it is getting already, my point being that like it's already getting hot. So like it actually already hit 95.
It did. It was very unfortunate. It did hit 95.
What the fuck are we even doing?
I mean, we can blame it on the La Nina, but there's also like other factors.
Little bit. The ones that they've been kind of warning us about,
some
maybe?
of those like bigger than Texas problems.
That we should be all working together cohesively to fix instead of bickering.
We should
but,
be.
You know, people want to bicker.
Yep, they sure do.
But if you can hear bickering, you want to hear bickering.
If you want to bicker about video games.
Well, you can do it with us here on Team Chat Podcast when new episodes come out each and every week. And you can listen to those on podcast services around the World Wide Web, such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and others. You can also watch a video version of each episode over on our YouTube channel. Still trying to figure out if I can get our video versions over onto Spotify since they now support that. But, you know, keep you tuned, or stay tuned, I guess. But you can still watch those new episodes over on our YouTube channel. You can find us on social media at Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. You can join our Discord server where we have a lot of great fun when we're not here recording the show. And finally, if you'd like to make the show bigger and better, you can head over to patreon.com/teamchatpodcast, just like Allison H, Ark, Brandon W, Bro Mogan, Super Saiyan Ace, Erica L, Elise F, Fuchsia, James K, Michael B, Michael S, Snooty Boots, Susan M, and Zach S have done. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show. And in return, we'll give you cool perks like getting the episodes early before their general weekly release and access to a private channel on our Discord server, the Rogues Gallery. You can also get early access to some other good extra goodies along the way, such as Team Chit Chat, our subsidiary show where we talk about things not related to video games. So, you know, check that out over here on the Patreon. You can also support the show through our merch store. Check out the link below for all that, where you can buy some cool hats, mugs, tank tops, t-shirts, baby onesies. We got our baby fans out there.
Are they big enough to fit my Mayo boy?
Yeah.
Because he's a chunky lad.
Oh my God, we have to buy a onesie for Mayo.
Onesie for him. I will probably have to cut a little hole in it for his tail, but I feel like I can make it work.
Oh yeah, absolutely we can. We absolutely have to make that happen now.
Yeah.
But if you can't do that, that's no big deal. We totally understand. But if you want to help support the show for free, you can do that such by telling your friends, writing us reviews, subscribing wherever you're listening to or watching the show. It helps get the word of Team Chat Podcast out there to the masses, and for that, we are eternally grateful and love each and every single one of our viewers, listeners, and patrons alike. Heart emoji.
Heart emoji.
All right. Well, do we have a moment with Mogan? Some
Just
releases,
a little bit,
some things coming out soon. I'm going to sip on this beer a bit while you run through this list.
You go for it. So just in case you missed it, 33 Immortals Early Access is out now for PC, Xbox Series X and S. This is in case you missed it from the early 2000s, but the remaster, remake, whatever you want to call it, the My Sims Cozy Bundle is also out now for PC. I loved the My Sims games back on the Wii, which tells you what era they came out. They were incredible. Assassin's Creed Shadows is out now for PC, Mac, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Still blows my mind. It's for Mac. Release day Mac. I mean, Civ, that makes sense because Civ's always kind of done that. But like
Assassin's
Creed Shadows, that's wild. Let's see how that game does. It's had a bit of a story development.
And Jared and I were talking about this before the episode started. I was looking at my list and I was like, man, why do I feel like that game already came out? And Jared explained that it was because it was originally supposed to come out in November of last year, but for XYZ reasons, they had to push it. Generally, I'm pretty in favor of pushing if it means that they can fix whatever's broken about it. As of this episode's air date, you tell us. Did they fix it?
We haven't played it yet.
We haven't played it yet. We're busy. And then we've also got Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Complete Edition is out now for Xbox and PlayStation consoles. Xenoblade Chronicles X Remastered is out now for the Switch. And then another smaller JRPG series that I know neither of us have ever really played, but I've always had vague, over there interest in. There's a new Atelier game. So Atelier Yumiya, The Alchemist of Memories, and The Envisioned Land. What a long name.
How do they spell Atelier?
Atelier. Like the way, I think it's either a French or Italian origin word. It basically means clothing maker.
Oh.
I don't think that's how these games mean it.
Because my association with that word this is shoot the shit episodes. So we can take these random tangents.
Yeah, you go for it. I'll put the phone down.
Back in my schooling days, our art program that we did was called Atelier or something like that. Atelier. Excuse me, I can't get the pronunciation to roll off my tongue so smoothly. But that is what it was. So when you said that, I was like, is this like a drawing thing or something else? But no, that's all it is.
Well, it's also kind of come back into fashion, literally and figuratively, that a lot of small, like shop slow boutique fashion designers
Yeah.
will call themselves Atelier so-and-so because that's sort of where the word, at least like historically, comes
so
from.
how this dude was using it had nothing to do with art.
And the games generally, I think, kind of don't. Like, maybe they're sort of adjacent to that. I know a lot of them tend to have a heavy focus on crafting.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just sort of the catch-all there. But anyways, I've always been, like, kind of interested in the Atelier games. If you're a fan of them and you've got one that you want to recommend, let me know. I might actually check it out one of these days. And then coming out towards the end of the month, we've got As We Descend for PC on March 27th. We've got Atomfall for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S on the 27th as well. This game that I'm actually like, I want it to be good because it looks crazy. You maybe remember it. The first Berserker Kazan.
Oh!
Yeah!
That does look good.
The trailers looked wild.
It did look a little intense and crazy.
If I'm not mistaken, it looks like kind of a hack and slash action game. I can't decide if I think I'm in or not because it looks really like maybe polarizing, but fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is coming out for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. We've also got Inzoi Early Access for PC on the 28th, and that is most of the kind of bigger stuff coming out towards the end of this month. And then, why do I keep getting it wrong? What is the... Oh, right. I don't know why, but in my brain, I keep thinking Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
Oh, yeah.
I keep thinking that's a March release. It's not. It's April.
What's the other one that is? Isn't there another one that's coming out that we like both confused last week? You said the title, or we said the title, and we both thought it was like that game, but then we got confused. I don't remember. There's been.
I think it was 33 Immortals.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, we did. We got that one confused with Clair Obscur.
2 games with 33 coming out in the same year. How does that happen?
What's going on there?
I had a nickel.
It's just weird that it happened twice.
It's just weird that it happened twice, and I'd have 2 nickels.
Well, what we really have to do is get enough games coming out with that title that they eventually collectively get to 33, and then I think that's when we'll like. I think that's when humanity is going to sort of like low key like put together the metaphorical Dragon Balls, and we'll all get one wish for God.
Oh, okay.
But the question is now.
But they have to make 33 of these games.
They have to make 33 of these games first. We're up to 2,
there we
so
go.
we just need 31 more. Really, not
Easy
that bad.
peasy, not that bad at all.
Yeah, so everybody else get on it.
We can crank out like that many Warhammer games and stuff like that. So,
They can definitely crank out that many Nancy Drew games
That's
if they
right,
really
see?
try. Yeah.
Not a big deal at all.
Her Interactive has really fallen off. Obviously they took a big break between the end of the most recent, what I would consider true Nancy Drew game, Sea of Darkness.
Okay.
Because that was the last one that featured Lonnie Minella as the voice of Nancy Drew.
And just an imposter.
As far as I'm concerned, the game's ended there.
I see.
Unless they bring Lonnie Minella back, I am no longer interested. I also unfortunately heard that the latest Nancy Drew game, which actually did come out at the end of last year, and you didn't hear me say a peep about it, it's because I watched the trailers, and whoever's voicing New Drew,
Yeah.
I don't think she is, so I'm sorry to say it sounds like an AI.
Oh,
Like,
no.
it does not sound like a real and interesting person. So I was like, ooh,
That's interesting.
I don't know
so
about
do we know?
that.
But we know for sure it's not.
I think it's a real person. And it's just like, maybe it's her first try. Maybe this is try number 1. And then I don't actually remember who voiced Nancy Drew in the game before that. Because after Sea of Darkness, it was Midnight in Salem. And I also didn't play that one because I believe that one also didn't have Lonnie Minella in it. So I was like, no, I am done.
You're a purist.
I'm a purist. I can replay the other 35 Nancy Drew games at my discretion via Steam. So I'm
Why do you need these new
I don't
fakes?
need these new fake Drews. I've got the original already.
So outside of... What have you been playing outside of Monster Hunter?
So
or is it just Monster Hunter right
It's mostly just Monster Hunter right now, but I've not given up on it, but I think about halfway through Astrobot. We've talked about this.
Man, I need to play
and
that
I
still.
need you to catch up.
I know. I
so
have
that we
it.
can
I
do
do
a
need
review.
to. I do need to play it. Maybe I should do that before I jump into Warhammer.
So the thing about Astrobot is that I feel like it would not make sense from like, here's some behind the scenes people. I feel like it would make a bad case for first impressions.
Oh,
and
it would have to be
review.
it
would just be a
it needs
full
to be a
review.
straight through because it's short enough.
Yeah, it's short enough, and like the things that we would say in the first impressions are absolutely going to carry over.
Sure.
Like, you don't know yet, but I already know. Like,
You know it's great,
It's
and
phenomenal.
you're just like it's gonna be a good
we
time.
don't need to talk
I've
about it that
literally heard
much.
from anybody who's ever touched the game that it's great.
It's
my buddy
fantastic.
Michael let me borrow it after he finished it, so I need to get on that. So about halfway through that.
So I'm about halfway through that, and then I haven't gotten it yet because I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to like force myself to finish Astrobot first, or just go ahead and get Wanderstop. That cozy-ish game that you've heard me talk about before. It's from the person behind the Stanley Parable. It's been getting, I mean, I really haven't read the reviews super well because I want to like go in mostly blind.
Sure.
I'm already pretty sure I'm going to like it. Most people seem to be like pretty positive on it, like pretty on the up and up. And I was thinking about this the other day. Basically since January, I have been in like a little desert of cozy gaming because it's basically all been action.
Yeah.
It was all Veilguard
Yep.
for a long, long time. And then Astrobot is like, it's definitely got mildly cozy vibes to it, but like it's also a high energy action game.
Right, and it's kind of like a platformer.
Yeah,
like,
it's a platformer,
right?
which I like. Those definitely have Saturday and Sunday morning gaming vibes to me. But cozy games are like different.
Yeah.
you get to turn more of the brain off to play the cozy game.
I've tried playing Civ in bed on my laptop and stuff like that. Too cozy. I fall asleep too fast.
What? Really? You're
yeah, it
not
doesn't
so
take me.
engrossed in Civ that you just like stay up for hours?
For some reason, if I was playing it in here, like on this computer and stuff, sure. Like, yeah, I would stay up. But like something about, getting in bed. But sometimes it's literally this thing with me. It's wild. It will be, time to get in bed, but I'm not sleepy. But I'm like, well, still, I should get in bed. And still within 5 minutes, I'm out. So it's kind of just like it just being in the bed puts me to sleep. So having Civ, which is already a cozy game,
Gosh, I wonder what that's like.
makes it easier. But I kind of like have to also keep myself awake so I don't fall asleep and my laptop fall off the bed. So it's a little bit of a double-edged sword.
Modern gamer problems, people.
It's terrible. I just
See,
need to,
this is what the Nintendo 3DS excelled at.
Yeah.
It was small enough that even if it fell off of you, it would probably still make it onto the bed.
And just be caught
so it was
there,
always
yeah.
safe.
But I mean, the Switch works for that also. But like, I don't know. I think the Switch version of Civ 7 actually did just come out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Any gauge on how it's running?
I don't know, but I saw somebody post onto the subreddit a picture of it loading and downloading in, and they were just like, let's see how this goes.
Oh,
I
boy.
can't imagine a base level Switch. I can't imagine it running well.
I can't either. I mean,
I'm going to need a pop AC. It is toasty up in here.
Jarrett's always toasty.
Are you not?
Okay.
Okay, well.
Mildly toasty.
Okay, it is 78 degrees in here.
Oh,
Jesus
that actually is red. That's the temperature I keep my house.
Jesus Christ.
For the boys, they
I'm
get cold
sweating.
otherwise. And also I get cold. No lie, I did sit in my house for a significant portion of today in a jacket. Because
I don't know what that's like.
Like my fleecy jacket. Because I was like, oh, it's chilly in here.
It had been so like warm the last couple days in the morning. It had been like already like mid 60s by the time we wake up. That's what I anticipated it was this morning. And I got up, got dressed, put on my shorts, put on my tank top, just about the day because I'm like, it's going to be a warm one.
Just like Dolly Parton does in the 9 to 5.
Exactly. Just puts one leg on in front of one leg after the other, just like everybody else does. And so, I was doing that, getting ready, taking Bird on her walk outside. It's 46. It's a little chilly for that outfit. Yeah. Stuck with it though because it felt good. That cool, crisp air.
I would have needed a coat.
But I did get like halfway through it and was kind of like, I kind of regret this. It's a little chilly. All right, so cool. So how's Monster Hunter treating you then?
So remember in the First Impressions episode where I railed and railed and railed, specifically against the lack of the supply box? So the plot thickened.
Oh.
In really like the worst possible way, because I got to a point in the game where so all throughout Monster Hunter the maps are actually quite big.
Yeah.
So there are functions in the game for you to set up camps all around all the different areas and maps. They're usually the maps are really expansive, so they'll be divided into like areas. So areas 16, 17, 18, 19, and then areas 1, 2, and 3 are down on the south side of the map. And just depending on what the layout is, they might have more or less than that various area sort of loadout. So you can place pop-up camps all around the maps to make it easier for you to load into that specific camp so that you can get to whatever monster you're hunting easier, or so that you can get to specific like known, not supply resources, so that you can get to just known like resource areas for, oh, I need specifically fire herbs or sleep herbs because I'm all out of tranquilizer bombs. So if you're resource crafting and stuff like that, it's really important. I mostly ignore the camps because I just default to whatever the base one is, and I'm like, I'll run. I'll get to the monster eventually.
See, that didn't work for me when I was playing like Rise and stuff with y'all, because I get sent back to the first game. I need y'all as my navigators. I get lost in those maps.
Yeah, it is very easy. Well, so actually in Monster Hunter, one of the things that is perhaps more beginner friendly is that if you're on the Sacred, the we have Chocobo at home, the Sacred can basically autopilot itself to whatever you're hunting. Nice. So if you're not really wanting to like super explore the maps, and if you just want to get from point A to point B, you can just hop on the Sacred and tell it to go where you need it to go. Now, it's not super optimized, so like you'll see the path you're supposed to take, but the Sacred will be like all the way on, like at the edge of the cliff, and you're like, go to the middle, bro. What are you doing?
Living life on the edge.
Living life on the edge. That's neither here nor there. My point being that there are points in the game where you get to set up new camps. And I got to a story point where you are with some of your NPC companions, and you've just encountered like this megalithic monster called the Jin Haddad.
Ooh, that's a cool name.
It was very cool.
What is the Jin Haddad?
Yeah, look it up, because first of all, so going back to something that Monster Hunter Wilds does incredibly well, this was a cutscene specifically to introduce the monster. And it was epic. It was scary. The monster was like even bigger than your average monster. So it was like, oh, we're shitting our pants. We're so scared of this thing. So it was a very cool cutscene. And then, of course, you get to fight the Jin Haddad when the cutscene ends. But there was like a little halfway point because it introduces this big giant creature. The game's going to give you a hot pause to like restock your supplies, which you often need. So you and your NPCs kind of hide off in a little cave area, and they're like, okay, we'll set up what the game specifically calls a makeshift camp. Not a pop-up camp, a makeshift camp. And the Jin Haddad is very cool. And the makeshift camp doesn't have the tent. Which is where you go in and out of to change all of your gear and to refresh your item pouch, because you interact with the item pouch and the supply box in the tent. And that was one of my major complaints. And I said, give me the fucking supply box back.
And they did?
Only at the makeshift camp.
So still not there.
So here's the thing though, they did it twice because I realized that there is a supply box specifically in the training area. So they put one in the training area. They put one in the makeshift camp, which means they coded it into the game. The supply box it's in there.
Right.
They put the supply box in the game. They just didn't put it in the locations that you need it. And that makes it so much worse to me. I was like, why?
Weird.
Why would they do this?
That's still like...
This is worse.
And like I'm assuming Bro Mogan and Snooty Boots are having the same opinion of this too.
Yes.
Like this is whack. Why is it set up this way?
I did go to the Reddit, and people were like, "Why won't they give us the supply box back?" So I'm not the only one that's butthurt that the supply box
There's one to
in
make
the
you
game.
angry, so then they give it to you, and you're like, "Oh my god, thank you."
It really did feel like lemon juice in the wound.
It just stings
like
a bit.
These bastards. I really hope that with the April update, which is supposed to be fairly large, God, I hope the supply box gets in there. It's such a small thing, but it really would like change a significant flow of the way that I prepare for and depart on quests.
Yeah.
So just please, Capcom, please.
Well, isn't what I believe Bro Mogan posted about in the Monster Hunter channel, like about like a big update with new social things and like the hub?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe? Yes. So one of the problems that I noted is that there wasn't really a gathering hub-like area in the April update. They're going to add one.
Nice.
I mean, they've said so. They've called it like a gathering hub-like area. So I think that's going to help with some of the like lack of feeling of like community continuity, I think that's going to help with that.
Nice.
Because again, every time me and Snooty Boots and Bro Mogan have jumped online, I've had to be like, okay, which camp are you at? All right, I'm coming to you. Because we want to see each other and make poses. And we recently figured out the photo mode.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, well, we got to be able to make
Can
poses.
you see, even in like photo mode, can you see like everybody else's character and stuff like that?
Yes.
Can you change it to where like you can remove certain, like kind of like how in some modes you can remove NPCs and stuff like that?
That's a good question. I need to look into
I
that.
mean, I know the photos with your friends are like more epic, I'm sure.
No, I
but
need
still.
to look into that because actually while me and Snooty Boots were trying to take a photo together, an NPC kept walking in front of us. And I was like, son of a bitch!
I want to hide your face!
So it was both funny but also like, goddamn. So I got to figure out if they have that option. I've only like just started to play with the photo mode, but it does luckily have the ability to both like, you can actually make it to where it feels like your character is holding the camera. So
that's
it's first
cool.
person view. Or you can swap the view so that you can walk your character into frame as well, and then everybody can pose together.
Yeah.
Plus, when you do that, it also gives you the ability to like use your actual in-game poses. So like, there's like the cutesy poses, the strong poses, the powerful poses, and it's just really fun. You can like cycle through them, and they're all really cute.
Nice.
So there's a lot about. Again, I do like Monster Hunter,
But still,
but still,
I say this with reservation.
I say it with some light but valid reservations, but most of the game is quite good. And honestly, I've just been fighting better and better monsters all the time. I texted Squadly Harm, our squad, the other night, and I was
Nice.
like, I need both of you, because I think I'm still the highest hunter rank, which just means I've like gotten a little further in the story.
Yeah.
I had just fought, I swear to God, like a monster that escaped straight out of Elden Ring. I was like,
yeah?
this thing, like, it's awesome, but like thematically, it feels
hard.
like it doesn't belong here. Not too hard, creepy.
Oh,
like
a little
it,
too Eldritch Horror-esque.
Yeah, it definitely had like a little bit of body horror going on in it. And I was like, oh God, sick. But also I really like it. And it gives a really cool armor set and it gives some really cool weapons.
Nice.
So very cool monsters all across the board. I'm expecting to put many hours into Monster Hunter Wilds.
Hell yes. Speaking of putting a lot of like time into other games and stuff, I also kind of, while I've been in this lull post Veilguards trying to decide what to jump into next, because like I had one of the things I started, actually started I think Saturday night I think. I jumped into Warhammer Space Marine 2.
You know, I actually know that because me and Snootsma Boots were playing Monster Hunter. And he said, what the fuck is he doing playing Warhammer? When we're right here on Monster Hunter.
I don't have it yet, Snooty Boots. I'm sorry.
And unfortunately, we both kind of agreed that I'm pretty sure I kind of talked you out of it with my subpar first impressions.
I mean, I'm still down to like give it a shot at some point. I just definitely don't think it's going to be one that I buy at full price. So like right off the gate.
The thing is I really didn't, I kind of didn't hammer this home enough during my first impressions. Monster Hunter Wilds is I think the best experience you are going to get as a single player gamer.
Oh,
so
okay. That makes it more exciting then, because definitely with the other ones, it felt like if I was not playing with the group, I was missing out.
No, so
and especially with the Monster Hunter ranks and everything like mattering so much with what hunts you can go on and stuff as a group, I didn't want to hold y'all back because I knew you guys were going to be able to put more time into it.
We'll talk about it when I eventually get to the full review, but they actually did add a lot of other sort of like just the way the game is designed.
Yeah.
It's a lot more single player friendly now. So you can keep that in mind.
Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing, and here's why I started Warhammer the other night, is because we finished Veilguard, and then also Civ 7 came out, and I've been playing Civ 7, and I also was streaming Civ 7 for a little bit, but I didn't want Civ to become my stream game. Like, it's fun. I have a lot of fun with it, but also I know it's not the most fun to watch if you're not like fully into the Civ world and everything. And two, I don't think I have fun playing it, but I don't think like Civ serious people would have fun watching me play, because I still think I play probably fairly just like mediocre. You know what I mean? Just overall of all the like, I'm not out there maxing out my stats and stuff. I'm playing off vibes and what feels good and stuff like that. So I don't know if I want to continue necessarily with doing that one. Plus, also it's been a minute since I've been able to actually have a chance to get on in stream. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I want to jump back to the same Civ game. So I had also gotten Space Marine at Christmas, and I was in Veilguard at the time, so there's no need to jump into that. So I was playing the first couple missions to be like, maybe this is what I want to play. Spoiler alert, it's very fun. It's like a it has like the effects and stuff of Helldivers and everything, of the like fighting swarms of enemies and everything, and you're like these well, I guess in Helldivers you're not necessarily these overpowered people because you can get squished pretty easily, but still it's just like the feeling of just blindly firing a shitload of weapons or slashing with your like saw swords and everything, like chain swords and everything like this, like huge melee attacks. So it's kind of like a blend of Helldivers, Gears of War kind of stuff like that in its gameplay. And I was like, okay, this is fun. But also, so now you say this and talk about Monster Hunter being a single player. Now it's got me questioning, should Monster Hunter be my next stream game?
Oh, interesting question.
As a way to like get me to stay caught up and be caught up better. Give me that like focus.
Good question.
But I also kind of want to throw it back and play like an old game. And like I have a couple ideas for like a fun retro ones to throw back to.
What are the ideas?
Well, I will just say this, they're PS3 games.
Oh, PS3.
One of them talked about a lot. And I'm kind of curious to go back to it because I have a lot of fun times, but it also feels like maybe more of a spooky season game. So maybe I'll hold on to it.
Give me a hint.
That's a pretty good hint. It's PS3 game, spooky season. It's very scary.
Is it one of the Resident Evils?
No.
Oh. Silent Hill.
No.
Damn, those are the two.
Think more like hack and slash.
Spooky hack. Devil May Cry?
Oh, no.
Oh.
But getting closer.
Closer.
I haven't talked about this game in a long ass time.
Hack and slash. You've talked about it before. Is it like one of those Rise of Rome games or whatever?
No.
Okay. Is that a game?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Rise Son of Rome?
Yes,
I did play that one, and I did talk about that one. So yeah, you're good.
God of War?
Okay, you're like right there, but that's still not it. Based on an ancient epic.
Odysseus, the tale of...
maybe not that ancient.
Oh.
Like Renaissance, medieval epic.
Michelangelo's
Sistine
created?
Chapel Painter Simulator. Yes, that's what it is.
That's exactly what it is.
No, I was thinking because I recently found it. I was going through my stuff and I recently pulled out 2 games from the PS3 that I've had a blast playing and I've kind of wanted to play again and thought it would be very fun to revisit. Dante's Inferno.
Oh, I probably could have. Yeah, I was so close.
God of War, you were like right
man.
there. Dante's Inferno, which is just a wild game and like kind of a God of War clone, but like follows the story of Dante's Inferno. You go as Dante through the 7 circles of hell. It's a wild game, and then you fight a butt ass naked devil at the very end.
Awesome.
So Lucifer, yeah, he's just hanging dong through the whole fight.
Let me Google this.
So see, so we got at least Mogan on board for this.
Dante's Inferno.
So either Dante's Inferno,
final boss dong.
or
Just kidding. I just typed in final boss. Believe me. All right, let's see here. I hate that Google Images does not really. Is that him?
Yeah, but it's not showing off too well.
Is this him? The little guy.
Oh, maybe that's him riding a monster. It's been so long since I've played it. I just know that there's a part where you fight Lucifer and he's just dick out.
He's just I should type in Lucifer. Maybe that will okay.
That might help too. So anyway, Dante's Inferno, because I don't think it's a super long game anyway, and it'd be kind of fun to like throw it back to kind of an older title like that, or because of the new movie coming out, Novocaine, and I've been seeing all this stuff coming out about how Jack Quaid kind of looks like Max Payne, Payne 3.
Oh, I completely forget about the Max Payne games constantly.
Yeah, I played Max Payne 1, the worst bastardized way you could possibly have played it on mobile, the mobile port, like the first iPhone mobile port. And I don't think I've played 2, but I played 3, and holy shit, talk about a great game.
All right, it's not super visible, but is this the Dante?
That's it.
Because it's shadowed, but there's a hefty penor in there. Well, the whole fight, huh?
The whole fight. See, so like it's a classic game. It's a classic game.
Classic choice.
So yeah.
Games used to mean something.
When a game showed male full frontal nudity, it meant something.
Gaming used to stand for something.
So I've been kind of like tossing it up with that, but then that does make a good a good argument for Monster Hunter.
I was gonna say
but
good
also
argument for Dante's Inferno.
Okay, there it is. Dante's Inferno. That decides it and everything. Because no, I've been kind of like I've been having the itch for it. I'm like, you know what? No,
you should go back for it.
It kind of seems like a good like middle of the way. I'm still trying to find like that one. Oh no, and the other idea I had, but another reason why I want to do this is because I would love to play Ghost of Tsushima again before Ghost of Yotei.
Man, I've got Sushi Ghost via the PS Plus like collection.
Oh yeah.
I really should play it.
You should. It's good. It's good. It's so good.
The problem is I'm at that like awkward middle ground of do I have enough time to maybe finish Monster Hunter Wild's formal story and finish Astrobot and start and finish Wanderstop in time for Clair Obscur 33 whatever to come out.
Okay, when is Clair Obscur coming out?
Late April. But it's already mid to late March. Like, time flies.
Okay, I bet you could get Monster Hunter. Like, how far are you on Monster Hunter?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's the thing is I really have no gauge on how long the story is going to be. Because Monster Hunter is one of those games that lasts long beyond whatever the story is. So I don't know. And then mostly, I mean, we can expect, like with every Monster Hunter before it, there's usually a big, meaty DLC that comes out maybe 6 months to a year afterwards. So at some point, there's going to be a big extra drop. And if I'm not already ready for that, I'm already going to be behind. So, like, I have to finish Wilds, but I truly don't. I don't know if I'm a fourth of the way through or if I'm 80% done. I really can't tell.
I see. So still just got to put in the hours. But okay, so Wanderstop. That's cozy farming game though. Are you going to be able to like wrangle that into, or does it also have like kind of a campaign?
I looked it up. It only takes less than 10 hours.
Oh, perfect.
It could have been one of the games on our 10 games under 10 hours list.
That's true.
So I feel like that means it's probably a pretty contained experience, even though it's not a farming sim. So it is a cozy game, but it's not
like Stardew.
No, it's not Stardew.
I was thinking that. I was like, there's no way you're finishing by the end of April for Clair Obscura.
I'm not going to lie. I really had to fight off the urge to start a new Stardew. I almost did.
Oh my God. I heard today somebody talk about playing Cult of the Lamb, and I was like,
should I just start a new one?
Because now it has co-op. We could have a co-op cult.
That does sound fun.
Doesn't it?
That sounds pretty
That's
fun.
What I'm saying. It sounds like a good time. But like when? You know?
Oh, so another thing to know about Wanderstop is it's being published by Annapurna. So obviously Annapurna went through a lot of Annapurna last year where they had a big falling out between their like studio owner and a lot of the senior people at Annapurna. So you could kind of make the argument of like, well, is it even still Annapurna? But Wanderstop presumably would have already been like ready to go before all of that stuff happened in late 2024.
So it's just been kind of like waiting for somebody to hit the button
so I feel
release
like
it.
Wanderstop is probably going to be okay. So I'm gonna hold out hope that it's a great game, and then Annapurna didn't totally fumble the ball on that one.
Nice.
They mostly don't. They mostly don't.
No, they do fantastic games. So I mean, I don't know though, but I'm doubtful of that timeline for you though.
Did you love my Anna Cherna joke?
I did.
I'm pretty proud of that one.
That was really fucking good. Got a good chuckle. But yeah, I don't know. I want to believe in you that you could get all those games beaten by then, but that seems kind of hard.
That seems That seems tough.
Seems a little difficult.
Especially since with Astrobot, I'm like maxing out every single level. That's why I'm not done yet. Like I'm at least 15-ish hours in.
Getting all the collectibles and stuff?
I'm getting every single bot, all of the galaxy secret hidden levels, all of the like special stuff that you can get. And we haven't even talked about the collectibles in Astrobot.
I mean, I'm sure there's a ton because it's basically like, what, a love letter to PlayStation?
It really is. And actually, so one of my favorite collectibles that you get from a gacha machine, like you use your in-game coins to go to the gacha machine, it will give you skins for your PlayStation, like your in-game PlayStation
That's
jet.
cool.
So you can make it neon green,
Neat.
like hyper shift and rainbow colors.
Yeah.
Galaxy black with like blue trim or like bright yellow or bright red. It's so fun. And then you get to match that to your bots skins, because you can get skins for your Astrobot.
cool.
It's so cute and so fun. And I can't wait for us to eventually talk about it, Jarrett.
Okay, I'll get on to that. You want me to play Wilds? You want me to play Astrobot? But no.
I didn't say I wanted you to play Wilds. I said you could if you wanted to, because it's single player appropriate.
That's true. Is it co-op? Is there an option for co-op?
Astrobot?
Yeah. Or is it not? Because it would be fun.
Just single
Okay,
player.
I didn't know if it'd be fun to play with.
I mean,
we can co-op.
We can check.
I'll have to check.
Well, hang on.
All right, we
Hang on,
got
let's look it up.
computers right here.
Let's
We have the internet at our
power.
fingertips.
Astrobot
Fingertips.
Coop. Astrobot co-op does not have co-op.
Bummer.
No.
Okay,
That would be fun though.
that would be fun.
Tragic.
Tragic indeed.
So sad but true.
But I think I got off the tangent that I originally got on of like talking about how I somehow even got onto the streaming stuff, because I was talking about that's what it was, because I was talking about game that I've spent a bunch of hours in and stuff like that, how you've done with Monster Hunter. I went back to Tekken and was trying to like rank up again and like push my luck there, because I know there's a new season reset coming out soon that I think is going to reset ranks and stuff like
The
that
new
coming out
season.
too, right?
Yeah,
Season
of
2.
course.
When does that happen?
And I can't remember exactly when, but
Because that's when Anna Williams.
That's when Anna Williams comes
yeah.
out, and Anna's
Okay.
the best. She's the best worst. She's awesome.
So
A very divisive character.
nice. So I decided I was going to give that another run or two and just try out the ranked a little bit and everything. But I also decided because of that, Shaheen needed a new look.
Oh, so it's because also Drake sucks. So you had to give Shaheen. For those of you that don't know, Jarrett's like go-to customized Shaheen skin.
You always call him Drake.
Because he looks just like Drake. Anyways, he apparently got a new one. I want to see
did
this.
because I thought I was like, my Shaheen gameplay is feeling a little slow. Just kind of feeling like it's not up to snuff where it
Did you
should
make
be.
him look like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh no, but that'd be
Oh,
funny.
that would be funny.
No, I just wanted something wild. I just wanted something that was gonna, both. Man, I thought I saved the images somewhere. Damn it. Okay, hold on.
Well, we'll just have
Wait
to
a minute. We'll
just have to boot it up.
Here we go. No. Here we go. I got it. I can find it. I just backed up my PS5.
You guys are backing up your files?
I do sometimes, but I mean, back up the. Here we go. Screen. Oh no. Screenshots. Here we
I
go.
like to live on the edge.
I've been burned. You don't know. I have lost quite a few of our early team chat episodes for not doing backups. So
which ones have you lost?
like early day ones, like just the source files. All the file, like the final
okay.
ones are out there on the
Never
internet
mind.
still, but it's just like the source files, and that just hurts my heart a little bit.
Oops.
For whenever somebody wants to collect it all for our best of montage. Somebody wants to make that
Keep scrolling,
for
bro.
the
T is
50th
further in the
anniversary.
alphabet.
Let's see. Okay, so basically, but it worked out though. I wanted shock and awe, where they would be like both scared, yet maybe titillated.
Oh my God. Jarrett. Good Lord. Good heavens.
I bought the tiny little shorts.
I can see that.
No, I'm telling the audio listeners who don't get to see this with their eyes that I bought the tiny little
to call them shorts
Speedos,
is
basically.
Speedo is closer. I would hesitate to call these shorts.
I bought the Speedo pack, so I spent my hard-earned Tekken coins on the Speedo pack so I could put one on Shaheen, really show off those greased abs and toned thighs.
Thunder thighs.
But that's not enough.
He's a nightmare.
Like I said, got the Speedo there for the titillating factor, but then I've got the skull mask, full mask thing,
Which
for the intimidation factor.
Given the context, he do look like he's rocking the gimp chic, you might say.
Yes, the Pulp Fiction gimp.
Yeah.
But then just for the added bit of flair, I gave him the Wolverine claws.
The Wolverine claws really make it like next level.
But you laugh.
Did you get messages from people like, bro,
I'm Vanquisher now.
whoa, holy crap, you're so far ahead of me.
So
oh
look
my
at
God.
that. The new look paid off. And your boy Also, notice that the
I
screenshot was
about
taken
to say
from
the
one.
screenshot was taken right as the other person did not rematch because they apparently were so scared of Jarrett's character.
I did a fight against a Heihachi that, like, I think he had me down it was 2 matches. It was the third match and everything where he would have beat me 2-3. I came back and won 3 in a row against a Heihachi who's like 40, 50,000 something Tekken points above me and everything. But like the 2 times that the first 2 fights before I came back, I got a perfect in there. But then I also like the last ones were like the tiniest sliver of health that I had.
Oh, you had a great.
And I was able to come back twice. It was incredible. So Sexy Shaheen is working for me.
Yeah,
He has imbued his essence into myself, and I am one.
I hope that when you publish this episode, you put in screen
I'm putting in
grabs
screenshots.
of this
Don't worry.
horrible nightmare.
No, it's beautiful. And it's wonderful. So yeah, it's all a good time.
This version of Shaheen looks like
This is the Shaheenigans version of
So-
Shaheen. Whenever we have
Yes.
our Tekken fight night of Shaheen.
I know you probably won't really get this reference, but this is Valdo. You've remade Valdo in Tekken. Valdo from Soul Calibur.
Okay,
Who is like the leather fetish mask, like man of your nightmares, and he actually has, depending on what his outfit is, he has a variety of gauntlet based blades.
Oh, so like
some
Edward
of them,
Scissorhands kind of situation.
Some of them actually look like the Wolverine claws. Most of them don't, but he's got like at least one weapon that looks like that. So you've low key remade Valdo.
Oh, yes, didn't even know it.
That's very funny.
I'd never heard of Aldo before. But yeah, so Tekken is going well again. So hopefully we'll see after this rank reset if I can get back there.
I am probably going to have to buy Anna. So when season 2 comes out,
I bought
probably am.
Heihachi because I wanted to try him out.
See, I really wasn't that invested in Heihachi or Eddie. I actually do want Lydia.
Slap me if you ever see me playing Eddie.
We're better than that.
We are better than that. We have morals, goddammit.
We have standards here. But anyways, Lydia, I was actually quite interested in, but her fighting style doesn't really interest me.
Sure.
But Anna, hell yes, Anna's my girl. So I got to get in there, and I got to get Anna, and then I got to go fight every Nina around.
All right, well,
Just
okay.
smack them.
So as season 2 of Tekken comes out, we got to have a Tekken night, get everybody back on board, get the Fight Club back in action, and we got to try out Anna. Got to have Shaheenigans.
The Anna night can be bananagrams.
Incredible.
I'm already there.
Love it.
Already
Love
in
it.
the future. What could my Shaheen possibly look like compared to this?
I mean, you could try to make Abraham Lincoln Shaheen. You could Shabraham
Shahabraham Lincoln.
To carry on the Lars legacy that I established with Larzaham.
Larzaham Lincoln, a
Larzaham
classic.
Lincoln.
Everybody loves him.
Yeah, I don't know what you're seeing. You just have to wait until the inspiration strikes.
Yeah, I don't really have like a good feel for Shaheen.
Yeah, I wanted something with him because I went classic with the first one with the Drake look. That just looks really cool. And then I was just like, and then I tried with one of his like standard skins, and that one just kind of felt a little too just like standard. So I didn't really know what was going to happen when I went to the character creator, but that's what came out, and I'm thrilled. And it had excellent results because I'm sure that like it loads in, people see the screen. I don't skip my intro screen. I let them watch and take it in for its full glory.
That's really
And I just want
funny.
them to be confused about what they're looking at and be like, I don't know if I should be aroused
You want
or
them to
scared.
feel a certain way.
So hopefully
really
that's
funny.
working. But who knows?
Well, good for you. Proud of you.
Any other shit we gotta talk? We were just doing this. Like, I honestly, like, to complete honesty too, I was kind of like, I don't have an episode. I don't know if I got anything. And she was like, let's do this shit
Oh,
episode.
I've always got.
It'll be so fun. And it was.
The young people are using the word yapping.
Oh, we're yapping now.
This was a yap sesh.
yapisode.
Yeah,
A
a
yapisode.
yapisode. That's right. So when you put
We
this on,
yassified the shoot a shit episodes
that's right. It's the yapisode now.
to make the yapisode. We upped their riz.
Yeah. Oh wait, bet.
This episode's been straight bussin'.
We should stop. We gotta go overhead.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us as we just shot the shit. While we yapped away, as the youngins like to say. And we hope you join us again on another fun future episode of Team Chat Podcast.
And
Until then, everybody,
cheers.
cheers. You've got to get to work.
I'm working on it.
I feel like I talk just as much as you in
Jared,
this episode.
so Jared's giant. What are those actually called? Not tumblers. Oh God, here he goes. There. Oh, okay.
All right.
So Jarrett's actually had
Stein is the word you're looking for.
Stein. It is the word I'm looking for. Jarrett Stein had 2 Guinnesses in it.
There were 14.
My pint glass is barely even halfway done.
It's all right. We're gonna play some Magic the Gathering now, so exciting times all around.
Yes.
So we're gonna quit yapping, so we get to gaming. So with that, everybody, enjoy the rest of your St. Patrick's Day. I know it's already passed, but we're gonna enjoy the rest of ours. We hope you do the same as well. What's the Irish toast? Sláinte?
Sláinte.
Sláinte, everyone.
Sláinte.
We'll see you next week.